Hey guys, and welcome back to Her Revision Podcast, the podcast for women who are rewriting the stories that they tell themselves and that the world tells them. And today, I'm coming for myself, which means I'm more than likely coming for you. So I just want you to buckle up because this episode is something that I almost didn't record because I was laying in my bed. I was tired. I was overthinking. And of course, as per usual, I was spiraling with my own excuses because we do that. But then I said out loud, get your ass up. Get up. And that was the beginning of this episode. So let's get into it. Let me be clear. You are the problem. You are. But you're also the answer. I am the problem, but I'm also the answer. I am the technique. And it took me laying in my bed, scrolling on TikTok, and thinking like I just need a little more rest. I just want to lay in bed. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I've worked all day. My body hurt. I wasn't waiting on nothing, y'all. I wasn't waiting on a sudden burst of energy. I wasn't waiting on that perfect moment. I was waiting on Jasmine. But Jasmine was laying in her bed. And that's what I'm calling this episode. And I won't try to coin this shit because this is what I'm calling it. That's lazy hoe energy. You're giving lazy hoe energy. And I had to say it out loud. Get the fuck up. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. Nothing changes if I don't move. Nothing changes if I don't get my ass up. Nothing grows if I don't water it. Nothing comes if I don't call it with action. Where is the action? And I say this to you and I hold your hand while I'm doing it. Prayer is not action, okay? I think prayer works. Do not misconstrue my words. Prayer works. It works so well, and I love talking to God, and I love our communion with each other when I pray. But faith without works, prayer without works, is just talk. It's you expecting God to move mountains for you while all you can give him is words. That's not fair. Pretty little captions, pretty little revelations, pretty little epiphanies is not action. Vibes, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for you to look good on the outside so you want to press the record, but it's not action. A to-do list that you made 2 weeks ago that you barely have scratched anything off of is not action. And let me just break it down for you. When I talk about lazy hoe energy, right? When I talk about being a lazy hoe. Are you a lazy hoe? Yeah. But like a brilliant, visionary, deep telling, you have a dream, sometimes fucking dramatic, but so wonderful type of lazy hoe, right? You're not lazy in the way that people think. You're not lazy in like a I don't care sort of way, right? You're not lazy like you just don't give a fuck. I just don't want to. It is what it is. You're not lazy in that sort of way. But you are lazy like I care so much that I get overwhelmed. And then I avoid the whole damn thing. I don't want to do it anymore. You're lazy like if I can't do it perfectly, I don't want to do it. I'm overwhelmed now. If it's not impressive enough, if I feel like I haven't given that wow factor, if I feel like I haven't outdid my last, I'm not going to do it. You are lazy like you need all your ducks in a row, all your chips to be aligned, and your mood to be perfect, your fit to be clean, your hair to be done, your lashes to be perfect. You need all of that done in order for you to be productive, in order for you to feel the need to do what you're supposed to be doing, to put forth your best foot. You need your money to be up here, honey, for you to even feel like putting forth the effort. But what you need to realize, even though you're not the I don't care type of lazy, the lazy that I just described is even more dangerous. Because what you do, and I do this often, y'all, so I'm coming to y'all. I want y'all to really hear me. When you are the type of lazy that I've described, you mask it as rest. You mask it as reflection. You mask it as grace. I say, oh my God, y'all, I was masking so much stuff as grace. Give yourself grace. You've done enough. You've rested. And grace is good. But grace can only go so far. You're dodging the hard stuff and you're making excuses for it. That's what you're doing, friend. And put a name on it. Call it out. If that's what it is, that's what it is. But you have to stop. That lazy is even more dangerous than you saying, I don't care. Because at least you're honest at that point. So, yes, lazy hoe energy. You're a lazy hoe. But we finna flip it. We're going to flip it. Because lazy hoes can turn into focused, badass women real quick When they stop acting like their dreams owe them something. Your dreams owe you nothing. You owe your dreams everything. You owe your future self everything. So get your ass up. And when you get yourself up, you need to realize that you don't have a motivation problem. I never had a motivation problem, y'all. When I tell y'all I will motivate the hell out of myself, these podcast episodes motivate me too. I have a momentum problem. I have a problem with keeping the ball rolling. I'll start something. I have so many ideas all the time. I'm just her when it comes to ideas, baby. I'm the woman with the plan. But what I realized is the lazy hoe energy for me kicks in because I allow that to run the show. I allow that to become my narrative, the one that always starts something but can't finish it. And it makes you such an avoidant and excuse-making person. You're delaying your dreams based off of this narrative that you've created for yourself. The one that can't keep a habit. That's not good with being consistent. That's not good with staying on task. That's not good with pushing through. Anyway, despite what's going on, despite how you feel, despite your circumstances, when you make that your narrative, you get very drained of yourself. That's where the self-resentment comes in. And I think for me, I started to resent some of my habits, but didn't know what to do after the resentment. So now I'm just sitting around being lazy, a lazy hoe. Literally the physicality aspect of it, where it makes you just drained and tired. The mental loop, you play on yourself over and over. Your mind is just stuck in this state of being, this state of disappointment. I was disappointed in myself. And I was literally just talking to my best friend about this. I don't know what to, I know that I have a purpose. I know that I have a plan. Yeah, I put forth the effort sometimes, but why am I not able to do it in a consistent way where I know for a fact that if I put my mind to it and I stay consistent, all my dreams will come true? It's crazy as hell knowing that you're capable of being the woman you want to be and literally you're allowing yourself to stay stuck where you are. At that point, not only are you a lazy hoe, but you're a dumb hoe. And I say all of this with love, y'all. Don't get y'all riled up. But that's kind of insane. It's kind of insane. You can't tell me it's not insane. It's insane. And ambition is not enough. You cannot be ambitious with no drive. One of the things that I used to always say about my podcast is I wanted to be modern day Oprah. Think modern day Oprah, right? You can't want Oprah level impact and then be okay with Instagram story or TikTok roll out of the bed post a day type of effort. You can't. Where's the effort, honey? That's like getting a fucking Maserati and putting 87 gas in it. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm going to say this again for the girls in the back. You cannot cry about being overlooked if you're not putting the work in to be in the room, to sit at the table. Stop crying. What you crying for? You're okay. You're content being where you are, right? That's why you ain't rolled out of the bed to do what you're supposed to do. That's why you've decided to watch that show. That's why you decided to go out with your friends. That's why you decided to sit and talk on the phone for hours and hours instead of doing what you're supposed to do. That's why. You can't say you want freedom and then refuse the structure and the discipline that freedom requires. It requires so much out of you. You cannot say you want to stop working your 9 to 5, but when you're putting forth the effort to do that, you're loose with everything. There's no schedule that you abide by. You don't have a checklist, a to-do list, or any type. You don't have that because, I don't know, I just don't. All right. Don't cry about it then. You can't say I deserve better and settle for bare minimum consistency. Settle for breadcrumbing. You cannot say that you deserve these type of relationships, but be okay with gaslighting yourself and manipulating yourself into thinking that that's the best you're going to get. Into thinking that, oh, I just want to, probably, their potential is good. All right. It's always going to be like that then. Treat yourself with the respect that you would treat the person that you look up to in real life. The one that you see has all of these things. If they stepped into a room today, I bet you give them respect. I bet you be talking to them like you are in awe of all of that they have accomplished and all that they have done. Do it for yourself. And I love Beyonce, so I'm just going to say this. You have to be your own Beyonce. You have to be your own Beyonce. Beyonce wasn't built in a damn day. She was not built in a damn day. But she put in that work. And let me just say this, you don't need another manifestation journal. You don't need another mantra or affirmation to say in the mirror. You need a calendar. Quick pause. If you're loving this conversation, make sure you're subscribed to Rewritten on Substack. That's where I share my real-time thoughts, prayers, journal entries, and sometimes a little tea. The link's in the show notes. Don't miss it. All right, back to the show. You need an alarm clock. You need a schedule. You need commitment. Where's your commitment, friend? Ambition without consistency is daydreaming. Ambition is a pretty ass vocabulary word for daydreaming. You have the want, but where's the action? And I think for me, the hardest part is knowing that I know better. I know better. Where I am now is not new. I've been here before. I'm not new to reflection. I'm not new to these epiphanies. I'm not new to growth. I'm not new to hearing God's voice, to seeing what God can do. I know the path. I know I've walked the path. I've coached people through it. I've made videos and I've talked to my friends and my family members about them pushing forward and them putting, doing what they got to do. I've talked about it on this very mic. But the thing is, I know the route to discipline, but it's like I keep hopping off the train. I keep putting it on pause. I keep putting myself in timeout. And why? Because consistency isn't cute. It is not easy. It's not glamorous. It's boring as fuck, if I could be so frank. It's routine. It's mundane. It makes me feel like, and I don't know how to phrase this in a way that somebody out there will understand, but sometimes, and I think and this was not a part of me that realized it. It's like my subconscious realized it, and it's coming out right now, but consistency can be very quiet and boring and mundane to the point where it reminds you that you don't know if you'll make it, that you don't know what the future holds. But when I stop being consistent and then I just randomly get this ambitious drive randomly, and that's when I decide to give myself up. That's when I decide to finally record, finally put forth the effort. It's like that is the moment where I can see my future clearer. But when I'm doing it every day consistently, it's like you don't see it. And that's crazy. That's honestly crazy. I've romanticized breakthrough so much that I forget that most of our journey is in the buildup. Not when you actually make it, but in the everyday actions that you take to get there. Have you ever caught yourself being addicted to the fantasy? I feel like I catch myself often being addicted to the thought of it, right? To romanticizing what that future looks like, the result. But I'm not actually interested in the steps that it takes to get there, the repetitive shit. I'm not interested in that. And I had to be real. I'm not saying, and that's why I think it's so important to just be real with yourself and to stop making excuses with yourself. Maybe you don't need other people to make excuses for you, but you damn sure make enough for yourself. I was uninterested, and I am learning this about myself now. I'm uninterested with doing the repetitive shit. I am. And that's not good. That's bad. That's where the change needs to come in. So what I decided to do, and I'll just tell you guys a little bit about my journey, because my journey is a little bit more rooted into, and figure out what that looks like for you. Y'all, I use chat so much. Chat is my best friend. Even if you got to talk to chat and be like, look, chat, break it down to me. What do I need to do to get to that point? What are some actionable things? For me, I just saw this on TikTok actually, but because my dream, my goal is this podcast and speaking events and books. I want to be able to use my voice. So mine is, for instance, for posting on TikTok, there's this thing that it was like, every time some girl made it, every time you want to post, or every time you want to go on TikTok, because you know how easy it is to doom scroll. Every time you want to post on TikTok, you need to make a video as an entry to scroll. Like, this is going to be if I want to get on there and I just want to scroll, all right, every time I open that app, I need to be posting something. Post one video. Whether that's in your drafts, whether it's something you just come up on the spot, whether it's something you have whatever the case may be, post a video to be allowed to doom scroll every time you get on the app. So if you make dinner, close the app, get back on the app later, post the video. That teaches myself consistency. I have to be able, that's what I'm going to do now. That's me for now. That's me. I'm also doing this thing where I want to batch content. So I'm making batched content 2 weeks out. 14 videos I'm going to do today. I told myself today, you're recording an episode and you're batching content. It has to be repetitive. That's the only way I'm gonna get to where I want to be. I'm 30, and I say this all the time. I know my friends tired of me, but I'm 30. That is not the end of my life. That is the beginning. That is my breakthrough. Let where you are now be the breakthrough, but don't continuously keep having breakthroughs. Like, okay, where's the follow through? Where is the journey in this? What are you doing for the journey? You got the revelation, but god damn it, how are you gonna let it come to fruition? Lazy hoe energy is knowing that you're meant for more, but you still scrolling. Like the content is gonna save you. Like the content that you watching is gonna be the reason something's gonna jump out at you and be like, get up and do it. No. Lazy hoe energy is feeling unfulfilled, but skipping the one thing you said that you were called to do. You said you were called to do this thing, but everything that it takes for you to get there, you're not doing none of it. You're not even picking one thing to do a day. You're just thinking about it. You're not doing nothing. Lazy hoe energy is dreaming of all of these big things that you want to do in life, but having no schedule. No schedule at all. It's wanting high value love. Is wanting a man who is going to treat you right and love you unconditionally. It's wanting that type of love, but texting men and allowing men into your space that can't give you that gives you bare energy, that keeps you on highs and lows, and has it where at one point they're doing all the right things, they're saying all the right things, they make you feel loved, and then they go ghost, and then they pop back up, and now you're on this roller coaster again. It's allowing men who can't even spell consistency to be inconsistent. What? Lazy hoe energy is saying that God has a plan, that you know God has a purpose for you, while actively avoiding the work that prepares you to receive the plan, the gift that God has for you. Lazy hoe energy is somebody that look like they got it all together, but they ain't take a shower. They dirty with new clothes on. She look dressed up. She fire, right? But her actual foundation is gross. She's loud about everything, but quiet when it comes to her execution. Y'all, I guess is another one of my revelations. I had a revelation because I realized that anytime I was going through something, or I was like getting into it with myself in terms of like my thought process, like, Jazz, you're not learning you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Every time that I got that revelation, I immediately posted about it. Or I immediately told somebody. And I realized I'm not even allowing myself to really come into what I said that I learned, because I'm trying to run and tell it. I'm running and telling it. I'm being loud about it, and actually there's no work being done internally. So as you really learn, and then I find myself in the same cycle. So yeah, I could be like, damn, I realize I need to get up and I need to do what I need to do. And Jasmine, you need to be dedicated. And then I run and tell somebody, feel all of this. Now I'm on a high. Yeah, do that. 2 seconds later, I'm back in the same boat. That type of woman has no idea how to keep going. No idea how to get there. No idea what to do with the journey. She has ideas, but she doesn't have systems. She talks about it. She journals, but she don't follow through. She cries about stagnancy. She cries about not feeling like she's getting ahead. She cries about being stuck. She cries about being in a wilderness season or a hidden season from God. But she scrolls to numb the feeling. She is not the real you. She's not the real you. She is the version of you that plays small when she's scared. When she don't know what to do, that's when she takes over. When you don't know what to do is when she takes over. She's the version of you that believes that you're not ready. But you are. I'm ready. So I gotta get up. You gotta either show up or shut up. What you gonna do? Are you gonna show up or are you gonna shut up? And that's the part where I had to get in my own face. That's the part where I had to whip my own ass. Because, baby, it's not that I'm not capable. Because Jasmine is very capable. It's not that I'm not capable. It's not that you're not capable. It's that you're not consistent. You cannot keep crying. And there was this quote that I saw on TikTok. You cannot keep crying at the altar of a dream you only honor when it's convenient. It's not faith. That's not faith, y'all. That's performance. You don't have faith in what God can do if you're not putting it in the work. Because how you think it's going to happen? How do you think it's going to... Let me tell you something. Nobody's coming to save you from your unfulfilled potential. If you sitting there scrolling, you sitting there not doing nothing, you sitting there being a lazy hoe, ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nothing magical about to happen. It's not. Your friend's not going to help you. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend not going to help you. God can't help you if you don't put in the work. I had to ask myself, where am I not picking up the tools that God gave me? Where am I not doing it? Is it my dreams? Is it my relationships? Like, what? He gave you the tools. You're not picking them up. Everything that I am equipped to have for this goal of mine, for this purpose of mine, I have. Use it. I have so much. I'm blessed with so much. Do something about it. You know what I'm saying? You have to know when you have discipline over desire. Because discipline is what you need. Desire is cute, but discipline is required. You don't have to want it every day. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to want it every day. You have to just choose it every day. It has to be at the forefront of your mind every day. Even when you're tired, even when nobody's clapping, even when you don't feel like getting out of the bed, even if you want to scroll, even when it doesn't look like anything's happening, anything's working, nobody's noticing, nobody's helping. Even when that is happening, do it anyway. Because that's where the real ones are built. That's where the people that really got it out the mud, that's where they come from. Not in the viral moment, but in the dedication. If you even look around, look at all the people that you probably look up to on social media, or your favorite authors, your favorite performers, whatever the case may be. They made it to the place that they're at now, not in this big special moment, but in the days that nobody saw, and all of the hidden tears that nobody probably was privy to, all the late nights where they had to do it despite the fact if they felt like it or not. That's where they were built. This is a comeback for you. I need you to make this next season of yours, and stop deciding to start at the first of the month. Don't start at the first of the month. Don't start on your birthday. Don't start at the top of the quarter. Start tomorrow. Start right now. Start after you've done listening to this. Whatever that little action looks like, so that you can start. This is a comeback. I'm not trying to break you down at all. And I'm not trying to break myself down. There's so many people that, no, you give yourself grace. Yeah, give yourself grace, but then what? This is a build up for you. This is the moment that I tell you, and I tell myself, the lazy whole time is over. That shit is up. We're in a comeback era. This is a comeback era. And the comeback isn't just about doing more. It's not about doing more. It's about becoming more, becoming your best self, becoming the woman that God created you to be. Becoming the kind of woman that keeps her word to herself, not to just everybody around you, but to yourself. The one that shows up even when people not clapping, even when your video not reaching its potential, even when you getting 200 views and you stuck in jail or whatever, even when ain't nobody reading your work, even when nobody's noticing your accomplishments. The kind who stops making excuses and making it sound like it's self-care when it's not. You're being lazy. So I want to close this by saying, and I'm starting something new for this season. This is my her revision moment. This is my revision. This is the part of my life right now. This is the moment where I stop playing with my potential. I have a lot of it, but what potential at rest, nothing happens. This is the day that I say to myself, no more half-stepping. Don't half-step. No more lazy hoe. I'm walking into the woman that I keep praying to become. And she don't wait on motivation. She moves from a mission. She moves within this journey. I don't need another breakthrough. I need follow through, Jazz. You need follow through. To whoever's watching, to whoever's listening, you need follow through. So I'm here and I'm getting up and I'm bringing you with me because I think you needed this just as much as I did. And I'm so excited to see what I can do now. But if that takes me lighting fire to my ass every time I feel like not doing what I'm supposed to do, then so be it, I will. This is her revision. And if this episode dragged you into your discipline, good. That was the goal. Now go write, go record, go pitch, go post that content, friend. Go rest on purpose, but not from avoidance. Go rest because you know something big is happening. Something big is coming. That this plan is finna come into fruition for real. And if you really about it, tag me in it. And tell me how you dragging yourself out of your lazy hoe energy. How are you dragging yourself out of it? Tag me on Instagram at JasmineLachey0105. Tag me on tag me on TikTok at JasmineLachey0105. Tag me on Instagram at Jasmine.Lachey_. Let me know if you out your lazy hoe energy. Take a screenshot of this episode and post it to your story and tag me in it, friend. This week, let's hold each other accountable. This season, we done dreaming. We done playing it safe, playing it sweet, playing it cool, playing it quiet. Get your ass up. We're doing it, friend. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching me on YouTube. Don't forget to rate the podcast. Leave a comment, y'all. That helps me get pushed. Don't forget to subscribe to my Substack. I go over there and I drop gems that don't make it to the podcast. Sometimes I just be rambling. If you like my ramble live, you're going to like it in a note. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Love you. Bye.